Right, this is hip external rotation pails and rails. So for this one, I'm going to use a box. You could probably use different items around the house. Like you probably have your leg even up against the wall, up against the back of a couch. I can possibly do this up against the rack, but I'm going to show this one with the box. It works pretty well with the box. So I'm going to show my right leg will be my working leg. And then I'm just going to bring my left leg just up on top. From there, I come down onto my side just so I can kind of scoot myself in a little bit. And I use my hand to grab this ankle and bring it on top of the box. So if you find, like, obviously, if you don't have long legs like me, you might have to bring, like, a yoga block or two underneath the knee to kind of lever, and possibly under the hip to make it a bit higher. You can probably do it without hooking the foot, but I just like the foot hooking on here, kind of like hooking onto the box works pretty well. And now we need to find our stretch. So I can use my left hand here to kind of just gently press my knee towards the floor. And then I want to find my stretch through the outside of the right hip. So in order to do so, I'm going to think about changing the angle of my torso and changing the positioning of my pelvis. So I can think about if I turn my chest open towards this side, towards the back here, I kind of lose the stretch. If I think about turning my chest down towards the ground, I find a bit of a stretch here as well. So I can play with the angle here. I can also think about lifting my tailbone back and up. So you're just kind of scanning until you find that stretch. Once you found your stretch, you're going to hang there for 2 minutes. So 2 minutes in the stretch, nice slow breath. And then we go into our pails and rails. So pails for this one is trying to internally rotate the hip. So I'm trying to drive the ankle down into the box and through the ground. I'm trying to rotate the hip in this direction. So this one, hopefully you're kind of getting an understanding now. If you're getting this one in your program, you've likely done the 90-90s and bear sits and things like that. Hopefully you're getting an understanding of how to contract your hip. So just contract the internal rotation of your hip. But again, if you can't quite get that, it's driving the ankle through the box. And then the the rails action for this one, we're trying to come off the box. So I'm trying to bring the shin and ankle in this direction by squeezing outside of hip down into the glutes. So just a quick set here. I take a breath in. I create good internal tension, and then gently first, I start driving this ankle through the box, trying to internally rotate 20% to 40% to 60%. I get to whatever is listed on my program, contracting and maintaining, holding. And then we reverse direction to the rails. I switch that 60%, whatever it was, immediately and hold that for 30 to 45 seconds. So if this setup doesn't work for you, no worries, just let me know. I'll find a different one for you, but I just did it just before. It worked really, really well. I find the external rotation sometimes a little bit tricky to find in certain positions, and this setup worked very well. So hopefully it works for you. Let me know.